quick tutorial, I'm going to teach you and guide you through completing the commas and dashes handout. Basically, commas and dashes can be used for a number of things, especially commas. Commas, for one, can be used to list things. For example, if I want to say, I love ice cream, donuts, cake, and chips, I used 3 commas there to list a number of things. I didn't use commas in this case to set a non-restrictive element. I just used it to list things. In the handout, we're using commas to set off non-restrictive elements. For example, I like ice cream. Let me revise that. My friend who likes ice cream is coming over tonight. The phrase "who likes ice cream" is a non-restrictive element. If I were to remove it from the sentence, it would still make sense. Now the sentence reads, my friend is coming over tonight. Without this non-restrictive element, my sentence still makes sense. That's what a non-restrictive element is. It's a part of a sentence. Well, it's basically a phrase or a clause that can be removed from a sentence without changing its meaning. For example, this is a clause or phrase that is not a non-restrictive element, that if I take it away, it definitely changes the sentence. After you get out of here, please visit your room. This comma is here, but it's not setting off a non-restrictive element. If I were to take away this sentence from this clause from the sentence does not make sense after you get out of here. After you get out of here, what? So that is definitely not a non-restrictive element. So again, a non-restrictive element is a phrase that can be removed from a sentence without changing its meaning. For example, in this case, dashes do the same exact thing. My friend who likes ice cream is coming over tonight. Notice how I use the same exact sentence that I used up here. That's because commas and dashes, when they're setting off non-restrictive elements, they're interchangeable. So now, let's try to make some sentences that include non-restrictive elements. If I am told or asked to do a sentence that uses non-restrictive element, I'm going to think of a simple sentence first. For example, the party was really fun. So I want to include a non-restrictive element. So I might go after the party, comma, which was last night, was really fun. I could also say the party, which was last night, was really fun. Same sentence, I used commas here, dashes here, same non-restrictive element, which was last night. If I were to remove which was last night from the sentence, it still makes sense. That's what a non-restrictive element is. Think of a non-restrictive element as a part of the sentence that's just giving you extra information. Let's take an example that is in the book, in the handout. So the concert tickets, I just bought them yesterday. Were expensive and non-refundable. And is asking you to put in dashes. So I recommend to read the sentence out loud to yourself and notice, where do you naturally pause? That's where you put your dashes. The concert tickets, I just bought them yesterday, were expensive and non-refundable. What part of the sentence can you remove and it still makes sense? Well, I just bought them yesterday. If I were to take that away, the sentence still makes sense. The concert tickets were expensive and unrefundable. So I'm going to put my dashes right there. And that's where my dashes go. That's how I edit or revise that sentence. And that's how you go about doing each of the other sentences. Also, your product can be anything. You can present these revised sentences in a pamphlet, a booklet, a web diagram, any way you want. As long as I can see your revised sentences on the product. You don't need to give the original sentence. Just put in your new sentence with your commas and dashes in it. And remember to construct 6 original sentences of your own. 3 using dashes, 3 using commas. So just because commas and dashes are interchangeable doesn't mean you can just write 3 sentences over and over again for your dashes and your commas. 6 different sentences, but 3 of them should use dashes, 3 of them using commas to set off non-restrictive elements. It's a part of a sentence that can be removed without changing the sentence's meaning. And it's always contained within commas and dashes. So have fun.